today's topic. The idea of not having any intercourse until you guys find the right one.
Yeah, I'm 4 months abstinent right now.
4 months. Now, what made you guys turn this new leaf?
I couldn't even keep female friends because every time I would look at them, I'm like, given the chance, bro, I'll ruin this shit right now.
Now, when we talk about male ego, a lot of dudes like glorify body counts too. I think it's almost like necessary actually to establish a culture in our group to like not be like that.
During my frat days, the song Antidote by Travis Scott was bumping at the time. There's this line in there that everyone would say it. We don't fuck no old hoes. I'm telling you, this is how bad it was. Love from a woman is something that every man wants, right?
Right.
And then you've kind of replaced your need for that love with lust. When I did ayahuasca, I watched like my life on a timeline. For some reason, it's like the women could smell that I didn't want them. And it was like, like just... And I was crying on the phone to my homie. Legit tears rolling down my eye because I'm like, what's wrong with me? Like,
My pops used to do this thing where he would like catch like squirrels and shit and kill it and make me watch.
bro, the guy is a super villain, bro.
Yeah.
Bum, 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 bum.
We with the boys today from
Hello.
UTI.
Yes, sir.
Under the influence. Hello. Welcome to the new apartment, to the new studio.
Is this the first one you shot here? Or no?
Nah, y'all like the third.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
We're not
yeah,
even
yeah.
special.
Yeah.
I was here when you was looking at this place.
Yeah, you were here. I was here convincing you should move into this place.
I'm
with
trying, man. I got to get out of like a year-long lease.
me.
Hey, Jimmy was measuring the walls by laying down.
We don't need to talk about that. That was kind of
He's
stupid.
like, I'm 5'11", so...
Yeah, not like there's floor plans on the internet with the... But Vin's going to be a neighbor soon.
Literally a neighbor, yeah.
Yeah.
Next door, you're sharing a wall.
It's crazy.
Whose wall is sharing?
Yeah,
whose wall?
whose room is over there?
Gabe's.
Yours?
Yeah.
Is your
I'm
room
the one closest to you.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
You guys should start talking to each other in Morse code.
Hey, man, you busy?
I hear you, son. Yeah, you going crazy in there. But kidding, because he's celibate.
I am. Not celibate, abstinent.
He's
Abstinent.
yeah.
What's the difference between celibacy and abstinence?
Celibacy is like waiting till marriage. I'm just waiting until I find love again.
Yeah.
Okay. Which beautifully transitions to today's topic, actually, is the idea of not having any intercourse, sex, until you guys find the right one. Mm-hmm. Now, what made you guys turn this new leaf?
Well, for me, it was so I'm a religious person. I'm Christian. So there was and I was living a very hedonistic lifestyle.
Right.
But why are you making that fucking face, man? I'm trying to be vulnerable. You laughing in my face.
What said right?
Yeah, that's what it was, man. I was indulging in all the pleasures, man. And but yeah, so I always felt like guilt about it. I always felt just not like I didn't enjoy it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it was just more of a problem. But I did an ayahuasca journey, and that kind of like put shit in just such a harsh and real perspective, especially through like the lens of God, that
Right.
it made me kind of be like, dude, this is not an issue I can deal with later, right? Because
Right.
that's what I'll tell myself. It's like, I'm single.
Right.
I'm living this creator life in LA, like, and I deserve this. Like,
I deserve
Yeah.
these cheeks coming my way.
legit, it was like I worked for hella long to get to the status I am, and you know, and who would I be to deny the fruits of my labor?
to deny these women of their pleasure.
Yeah, they're the ones that want me. I gotta hand it out like fucking
Right.
free brochures on the street. Like,
Damn, brochures.
nah, I'm kidding. It
Oh,
wasn't like
damn.
that.
Food samples, man.
I was kidding. This wasn't no Costco. but yeah.
Speaking of nights out, I want to talk about the things you brought here.
Yeah. It's the homie here.
Yeah, so we have a bunch of night outs together,
Mm-hmm.
and you know the morning after these days, as we gradually grow older, it's a little rough. I'm not gonna lie to you, especially this year. I don't know what it was.
Turned into fucking. Wait, you're about to be 28 this year, man.
You don't utter those numbers at me.
We have the same numbers.
No.
Hey, that
You're
shit's starting
older.
to hit me.
Hangovers?
The hangovers, yeah, I do not like it.
When was it? When did it start hitting you? Where you're like, this is
Like
constant.
mid 23s. But it's like it hasn't been as bad. The last few times I've gone out and got drunk, bro, I feel like complete shit the next day.
I'm about to save you.
And I used to be like 18, 19 going out,
Yeah.
literally eating cocaine off pancakes. That's true. Like I have a video of it.
Yo, that's fucking.
And I would go take a nap and just continue my bender when I woke up.
That's good
It
seasoning.
was terrible.
Cocaine tastes like shit, dude. Yeah.
He like
But
sprinkled
it hit.
it like Salt Bay.
No, it's like powdered sugar. He got like a sifter. He's like tapping it on top. Like,
But nah, the hangovers have been killing me, so I'm actually very excited for this.
yeah. And I'm excited to tell you about it. So this is Super Recovery, the first product in our supplement line, Super Bonsai, and like they've alluded to, it is a hangover prevention cure. So it's 8 natural ingredients listed all in the back. Big hitters like DHM, which is like basically the holy grail of anything hangover in Asia. Milk thistle for liver toxins, ginger turmeric for nausea, and B complex for vitamins. And then people are always asking like, what makes this different from like liquid IV? Like liquid IV, basically what it does is rehydrates you and restores B vitamins, which is one part of a hangover. That's like gonna help with your headache. For me, the headache is the biggest part of a hangover, but it doesn't address the anxiety you get from the poison in your liver, and it doesn't address nausea. So this is like an all-in-one solution, and it's a preventative. Like you take it before you drink so that you can actually minimize damage to your liver. It's also all natural, so it's good as just like a consistent liver supplement if you have a drinking problem. So even when you're not drinking, this is working to detox your liver and all of that shit. But yeah, that brought 2 because this one's for you.
Amazing.
But yeah, so basically 3 capsules before you drink. Think of it, because of the ingredients of DHM and milk thistle, think of it as like pulling a condom over your liver right before you start drinking.
Wow.
And then, yeah, so, you know, alcohol creates this toxin called acetaldehyde that builds up in your liver. And how fast you process that out is how fast you get over a hangover. The faster you process it out, like the less damage it does.
Devil's advocate question.
Okay, yeah.
So like, does this make you less drunk?
No, not at all. It makes you have a better drunk.
Ah.
Yeah. Because
okay.
with drinking, a lot of times you get... Everyone has noticed that certain people are different types of drunks, right? Like you have sloppy drunks, like people who are just level-headed even though they're drunk. Like, and I've always felt the second way, but I've noticed a lot of people, they don't know how to act when they're drunk. Like I'm clearly still drunk when I drink this, but I'm not like slurring my words. It's just like clear. You'll see. Try it, and I want to know how you feel, because everyone that's tried and sampled so far has the same effect where they're like, dude, one, that was the best drunk I've had in a long time, and I woke up perfectly fine.
Word.
Brand is Super Bonsai because everything we're doing, every product we're going to release, I want it to feel not like a supplement, but like a superpower. Because I take a lot of supplements in my daily life, and certain things I take, the right compounds of stuff, completely natural ingredients. They're literally plants and roots and spices.
Yeah.
And the effects it gives me feels like I have a superpower. For example, when I was a thought, I would take a dick stack of maca root and tonka ali, and these are natural testosterone and male libido boosters.
Oh yeah, I've started taking those like right before going to the gym.
Dude, it works in the gym. It makes you more vascular.
Yeah.
Like it's like legit. There's so many. It's like, whoa, dude, these are plants. People take pre-workout and all these synthetic ingredients where you read the label, you can't even name half of the shit. Like, and it's like, so that's what we're trying to defeat. Everything we do is all natural, and every product like that we release, we're gonna name it after a superpower. All of our content is gonna be kind of through the lens of a video game world, and yeah.
Amazing, creative.
By the time this comes out, this will have already launched. So Jimmy will have his own link in the description in bio. You'll also be supporting Jimmy.
My man said it for me.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to do that.
My fault.
Yeah, go check out Super Bonsai.
Rewind.
The link will be down below. Yeah, if you want your liver to be cured, to be fled of all toxins, then I'm excited to try this for sure. Do you feel like part of the problem or part of the issue might have been like a lot of drunk nights where you know your decisions might be a little enamored, and be a little hazy. You might feel inclined. You get super horny in the moment.
Hell no.
No.
No, for him, hell no.
What the fuck you mean? I was about to get up to the mic and be like, yeah.
Hold on.
In the moment, wasn't a split decision. This man was making plans and shit. Boy. That boy had blueprints to fucking.
That's what I mean. Hold on a second.
Actually, now that you mention it, yeah,
Wait,
you do remind me of a thought, right before you went to New York, you like plotted out like day.
All right, listen, man.
Explain yourself.
Okay, well, that was also true. There are times you go out with no plans and it just happens, right? Because you're drunk.
Right.
And then there are times that you get drunk and you come home alone and you hit somebody up just because you want to.
And then there's times where you're just completely sober.
And there are times where, you go into a new city and there's been girls in your DMs that are like, hey, hit me up when you come to my city, and you hit them up. Like, does nobody do that? Am I the only one that does that? Nah, I don't want to. I'm not like y'all. I'm not going to start throwing out accusations.
Us? Damn. So it's no. It's it's in every guy's DNA to kind of plot a little bit.
Yeah.
Make some calculated. I'm in this city for how long?
Yeah.
Right. Let me make sure I have a blessed time each night.
And that's another thing, right? If I'm going to a city that I don't know anybody and there's a girl there that I find attractive that wants to hang out, like that to me it sounds like a no-brainer, good time. Even now, it's just that remove like the one night stand part of it, because it's like I'm probably not gonna see you again, but I would like a local to show me around and shit.
Yeah. So you cut it off at like what, 7 p.m., 8 p.m.
Well, that's what I'm like meeting up with them. That's the time you go out and shit. But like, no, I just more like maybe not go home with each other, or I like there's been situations since then where I have gone home with a girl and then been like, no, not tonight. Like,
wow.
Yeah, like,
so you do the kiss like right before the doorstep. Like
no, more like they sometimes they've made it all the way in and they think something's happening, and then I'll be like, no.
You see them out?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Usually they'll hang out for a bit, and it's like, I'm tired. Your Uber's here. But there was no, now it's way better. It's a way better feeling because it's like we didn't hook up meaninglessly, and we both won't regret it in the morning, and we can keep each other as friends.
Wow. Now, have you had times where you regret it in the morning? Like
the
morning
course.
after you walk out of that, like just like happy as fuck. Like, wow, I did that shit.
What I think it is like the only times I regret it is when it was purely a lust, flesh-based decision where it was like, I'm horny and this is available, I'm gonna do it. Or like, even if maybe it's like you want it at the time, but like you realize like pillow talking shit always gets like more real, and then you realize like, ooh, you're like, I don't really like you're kind of a bad person, and I just shared energy with you. It kind of like skews me off to the whole thing.
Yeah,
but,
the pillow.
What about you?
What about VIET?
What?
You
Why
are
I
also
started?
not indulgent in any.
Yeah, I'm 4 months abstinent right now.
4 months. That is what 100.
I want to give him his props, because when he first said he was doing this, I was like, man, can you let me have something, man? Like, you gotta make everything.
They thought I was joking.
I thought he was I didn't know he was serious, because one, like you admittedly, you didn't really have he's always been smart about like not sleeping with random people.
I have an extreme fear of intimacy, so it never got to the point where it's like they're in my. Well, it has got to the point, but very rarely where I would do one night stands, and every time I did a one night stand, I fucking hated myself.
Yeah.
And I would always like kick them out at like 6 a.m. So it got to.
You never ended up at their place?
Rarely.
You never had like a strut of pride walking out of their place?
The walk of pride.
It's a strut of
Wow.
pride.
For me,
is
it's
crazy.
shame. It's in shame. I got my fucking pants on my shoulders. I'm in my underwear.
Damn, for real. Like I feel like I've had a couple nights where I walk out of there, I go to the 7-Eleven, I start making small talk with the 7-Eleven guy. I'm just like, yeah, man, I'm having a good ass morning. How about yourself?
You in your clothes from the night out, you clearly dripped out. Like,
No, I've had that.
Yeah.
But it's like very rarely do I feel like that. But also another, like, when he started it, a lot of his reasonings was I found comfort in it.
Yeah.
And then part of it was too, like, my crippling fear of intimacy. I was like forcing myself to like have sex, and every single time I hated it. I also found myself kind of losing myself in like trying to see who the baddest bitch I could pull was.
Right, it's a very male egotistical activity.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Ego was the biggest thing. It's like I could feel myself losing the battle to my ego.
Exactly.
And it's like every time I went out, like I couldn't even keep female friends because every time I would look at them, I'm like, I'd immediately,
slide you.
yeah, like
Oh, you-
immediately, given the chance, bro, I'll ruin this shit right now. Not only that, I would hit them up like I would
witnessed him do it.
I would literally just openly say like I want to ruin our friendship.
He says that to men too, though. Honestly, so I don't know. That'll be.
Oh man, that's a fire line for.
Yeah, but it was I mean like also I was going out every weekend. There was a lot of things in my life that I just.
Oh no, I have a question. Has it ever? Have you ever said it seriously, and has it ever worked? I want to ruin our friendship.
It's worked a few times.
'Cause I was about
Nobody
to
in
say,
LA.
You were saying that's a fire
Right?
line. I'm like, that's low key fire.
Like you smirk a little bit, look at him like, ooh.
Yeah. But no, it's yeah, there's just a lot of aspects to my life that I didn't like, and that was one of them. And I felt like I needed to get that out of my life to be able to focus on other parts of my life.
Now, when we talk about male ego, how much of that do you think is because of maybe homies around you? Maybe at the time it's kind of celebrated in the male community. And I say this with a person in mind, Eddie. This man, every time I tell the story, the tales of me and a girl, he's like, "Oh, you clapped though? You hit?" That's the first question that come out of it. I'm like, bro, what the fuck is it?
I can't have enjoyed a conversation with her.
Yeah, man.
That's funny. He's the opposite for me. If I was to tell him I went out on a date, he's like, "Did you hit?" And then if I was to say yeah, he'd be like, "Come on, man." He's like, "You're better than this, man." And I'm like,
But the first question out of his mouth is still, "Did you hit though?"
very true, very true.
It kind of feeds into like our need to like even please the homie. Like, yeah, I did clap. All right.
It's never been that way for me.
No.
I've never cared about what my male
Right.
peers think of me.
Wow.
Really?
When it comes to
flexed a shorty like.
No,
Yes, he has.
I flex. No, I'm saying from the point of, like, I know I can pull whenever I want.
Right.
So it's like I've never, like, that part has never.
You mean that there's nothing left for you to prove?
Yeah, like I don't have to prove myself.
Yeah.
It's just what it was is like I felt like I had to prove it to myself.
Yeah.
It was like a downward hill of just like if I pull this bitch, the next one has to be better. The next one has to be better.
Otherwise, you feel like you're deep.
Yeah.
Damn. How do you even
And then if I didn't,
calculate the badness?
I don't know. Just like, you look at them, you get a feeling.
Now you go into his room. There's like formulas on the wall. Like,
There's fucking strings attached.
it's got the quadratic formula of badness just written on his wall. But I think you're right. I think it is a lot of male validation matters a lot. I think that's just social. Like, female validation matters to females. Like, male validation matters to males.
Yeah.
It's just you want to be accepted by the tribe, and the average man does not get laid all that often. So when they see somebody that does, they end up putting him on a pedestal. And that kind of like gas from your peers is always going to get to you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it feels like power, but it's like fake, and it's rooted in everyone's like kind of like lust.
Yeah. I think it's almost like necessary actually to establish like a culture in our group to like not be like that.
Yeah.
To not indulge in the egotistical like flexing of clapping bad bitches.
That's I 100% agree, but it's the natural order of things. Every male friend group in the world. Hey, Brian.
What's up, Brian?
Now you're chilling.
You chilling?
Every male friend group in the world has this experience, I think. So because it's natural, people don't think it's bad, especially when you're young. Like for me, the reason I developed these habits, I think, there's a bunch of reasons that dated back. Like for me, when I did ayahuasca, I watched like my life on a timeline, and it was basically showing me like where I first discovered porn, which was fucking the Candy Shop music video by 50 Cent when I was 10 years old. Which was basically porn. It was like so much ass being shaken, so much titties, and I was like, what is that? I need to know. Yeah. And then I discovered online porn.
Damn, you're not watching like Chris Brown music videos? They be mad wholesome, bro.
Yeah,
with you.
I did.
You on a bus, bro. Like, damn.
I was. But I discovered 50 Cent, and I was like, this is the man. But that, and then for me losing my virginity, where it was just a race to lose it rather than something that I should share with somebody I was in love with at the time. And then from there to college, where every night going out, it was like he said, it was just like who can pull the baddest girl. It was like almost like a everyone in college just wants to fuck. all the time, girls and guys, right?
Right.
And it's obviously if you are hooking up with the hottest person, guy or girl, like you're gonna get some type of social clout from it. And in college, high school, that's where social clout matters so much to you. It mattered more to me than grades. It mattered more to like the people around me than grades. And that's where the toxic, like when you go out, we're all trying to pull type of mentality kind of was born for me.
Yeah, that's true. And you know, it's like, what you pull the most out of the group?
Oh no, dude! One of my boys looks like the Giga Chad meme. You know, my boy Chris, like he's like 6'2", jacked out of his full, like he's hitting on every
Handsome man.
But like
Spicy white too.
very, very spicy. And he's basically like, you're in a video game, you're starting with attributes, and most people you're like, okay, you get 100 points, you gotta divide it amongst.
He's the white guy that could pass as a Puerto Rican.
Yeah, low key.
Right?
I guess clearly he looks more Middle Eastern.
Oh, okay.
The beard is very thick.
Full beard.
I see.
But he it's like you handed him, it's like everyone got 100 points to distribute among 10 categories. It's like he got 1,000 and he just maxed out all of his points. Like he's maxed out. And and that motherfucker was my roommate. So like I was still pulling a lot, but it's like, one time I brought a girl I was interested into a pregame.
Yeah.
And she saw Chris and it was over. And I was like, and here's the thing, right? I don't like, it's definitely different now, but Asian men glow up later. That's why we look younger, right? I was 18 years old. I looked like I was 15. My boy Chris looked like he was 25 at 18. So it's like complete unfair playing field, but like obviously it evens out as life goes on. Yeah.
What about you, man?
Damn, I need some lotion.
Me too,
What?
honestly.
You had how was your going nowadays in college?
I never went to college. I'm a high school dropout.
Oh yeah, what the fuck?
I never even finished high school. I ran away.
What about you?
During those years though?
Yeah.
I mean, I only hung out with like 3 people. Like they were my family,
Right.
and they were all like 6'2", dark skinned,
Damn.
black guys.
And you didn't stand a chance.
No, I pulled the most.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because one of them had a girlfriend at the time.
Right.
Otherwise, I think he would have. But like that's what I prided myself on, is like
pulling
pulling.
the most.
Isn't it funny, like when you have a homie in the group that you just AOE absorbs all the girls? You're like, man, I wish he would get cuffed.
Oh, thank you. But no, like I said, it got to the point. The biggest thing, bro, for me was, how do I open this? It got to the point where I literally just could not talk to the women I invited back without getting annoyed.
Without
Like,
getting annoyed.
Yeah, they would say something, and in my head I'd just be like, why are you still here? I just want to fuck you. And Yeah, like it was like, you know, post nut clarity.
Yeah.
It wasn't even a thing. It was like before post nut clarity.
Damn.
As soon as I reached my bed, like my ego was fed, and I was like, I know you want to fuck me. I don't even want to do this anymore. I just want you to go home. And that's when I realized, like, nah, I got a problem.
And I think most men, they put a lot or all of their validation in either sex, or it's like you've been tricked out of your natural state. Like love from a woman is something that every man wants, right?
Right.
And then you've kind of replaced your need for that love with lust because of just, there's a million psyops going on around it. But think of all the popular songs, what it's about, right?
Fucking bad bitches.
Dude,
Yeah.
I remember specifically, like in college during my frat days, the song "Antidote" by Travis Scott was bumping at the time, right? There's this line in there that every time it came on, everybody in the frat, that one line, it was like our thing. Like everyone would say it. We don't fuck no old hoes. And it's like, bro, and I'm telling you, this is how bad it was. This is how toxic it was. If you went out and you were talking to the same girl you hooked up with the night before, people would make fun of you. Like you're like because you're not trying to go for another new body. When in reality, it's like, what kind of
Wait, he's
twisted-
not referring to like elderly ladies?
No, bro. He's
Like-
talking about like old poons, like hooking up with the same girl twice, because that's the glorification of just like being a fucking thought in our culture, which I think is just terrible for you, for society, for everyone.
Around the same time, or like, you know, a lot of dudes like glorify body counts too, right? And really, I don't think that's a good measurement of like your experience. I think a better like judge is maybe, you know, maybe body counts with women you like. you enjoy their company, you had a great experience with. I think that's more important. You get way more out of that than just another body.
I agree. But I mean, I totally understand why that stigma is there, because if you're a guy, you just know how difficult it is
To pull
to get a girl. Yeah. Girls are hard and guys are easy. You know what I'm saying? Like literally, like most dudes, you could probably just pull up to them and ask, and they'll just go home.
Well, that's not necessarily true until I start pulling like duders.
Huh?
Dudes?
Duders. Like,
What is that?
It's been
duders,
saying
like dots, hoes.
Girls?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm talking about guys are
No.
easy.
What?
I was saying guys are easy.
No. I'm saying to
Girls are not hard, or is what you're saying?
duders are not like dots,
Okay.
treaches.
Yeah.
Hoes.
Even
Whores.
then,
whores.
even then, I feel like the average man
Can't pull a whore.
can't pull a thought, man. I've seen some bad cases where like maybe like it's not like they could never, but also that word incel exists for a reason. Involuntary celibate. Like you want to get laid and you just cannot.
That's what that word means?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
You didn't know that?
Involuntary.
Isn't that crazy though? You're involuntarily a
That
celibate.
makes so much more sense.
Dude, and that
a good
shit
word.
exists, bro, and it's real. You've seen incels before. You look at them and you know damn well, man, there's no hope. There's no hope for you. Like you need to do years of work before you can get there, and it's like
So y'all are what is it?
Virgins?
No. You
I'm
guys
born
are,
again, yes.
You guys are like voluntarily
yeah.
Voluntary,
We're
yeah.
vol cells.
vol cells.
Vol-
Vol cells.
I think we're just
I-
cells. Let's call it cells.
Cells.
Yeah, I'm cell perfect form. That's who I am.
Yeah.
Now, one of the experiences that firmly like made me want to chase this was the last time I hooked up with a girl was Hawaii girl. She's like teenage me, bro. If I had pulled her in my teenage years, I would have like devoted my life to her.
Damn.
Like this was like one of like dream girls, looks wise, and to boot, like her personality was cool as fuck. She was like a carer. She would take care of me.
Yeah.
Literally stayed with me for like 4 days, and all I did was like ask her for back rubs and disappoint her. Didn't make her come once because I did not care. And that's why I was like, yeah, there's something broken inside of me. To the point where it's like,
Yep.
like you in any other universe would have been my dream girl. I would have wanted to marry you. And literally all I want is for you to go home and get out of my crib.
I've been in very similar situations where I look at a girl, I'm like, you're like, I would have fucking done anything for you not long ago, and now I can't even like, I don't even like, after we fuck, I'm like, I kind of want to leave. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, what's wrong with me that I feel this way?
So you don't think you could give her the proper energy?
That she deserves. Yeah, I didn't think. There's been many women that I've purposely fumbled. Like I didn't want them at the time. When in reality, I'm like, everything about you is basically perfect. Like, you know what I mean? Like all the criteria I have, you match it. You're beautiful. Like I have a good time with you. Yet regardless, I have the same reaction to every woman where it's like after. If we hook up, like I just couldn't connect, and then I realized that's a problem, and then I basically figured out what the problem was, and that's my journey right now to heal that.
How long do you think it'll take for you to fully?
There's like a lot of resource online about that. I think a year of not having sex. Wow. Yeah.
No, I don't know. Because not only do I have all that I just talked about, apparently borderline plays a big part in like. So I've always had this weird thing where it's like I yearn for love, and then as soon as I get like a little taste of it, I like push it away immediately.
Why? It's
I'm
so good.
mentally ill.
There is a thing about romance and borderline.
Yeah.
I forgot what the fuck it
There's
was.
a lot of things I've been working.
It's like love bombing is a part of it. Like you jump it, like you
used to
immediately
love
fall in love in like day one,
fast?
too fast, and then you switch up like kind of like as it gets
it's
deep.
literally called switching, and it's something I've actually been trying to work on a lot too. Is not even any relationship, platonic, romantic, blah blah blah. Switching is where one moment I'll idolize you, I'll put you on a pedestal, and then as soon as you do something that pisses me off, my brain goes to like I fucking hate you.
Like I'll kill you. Like
Yeah.
yo. That's hilarious observation that from what you just said, from the way you handle relationships. We'll like meet somebody that is like cool, right? And you'll turn to me and be like, I'll die for them. And like that's just like his best friend for like the next, especially if we're like on a trip and he just met somebody, right?
Yeah.
And then the second they do something to piss him off, he's just fuck that person. Like it gets like immediately the other way. But obviously he doesn't mean it in yeah, he's just dramatic both ways.
Yeah.
But I always thought it was like me being dramatic, but no, it's like my feelings very quickly shift one way or the other.
Wow.
So I've been trying to get one of my practices has been anytime I feel anger or anything, I try to just take a step away and let it ride for a minute before I react.
Yeah. So it's like having like emotional disciplines.
Yeah. Discipline's a good word for it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to discipline myself more emotionally.
To be like, all right, this should be my baseline.
Yeah.
Of how I feel about a person. If I like them, let it gradually grow.
Yeah.
Instead of like the spikes are nice.
Yeah.
Spikes are always nice, yeah.
And I think I've had spikes recently, and I'm like, whoa, kids. I was like,
Recently.
Yeah. But I was like, this got to be fake. Yeah. And then it was like seemingly out of nowhere. It was like it was like a switch up. But then for I would say a relatively like healthy brain like myself. No disrespect. A relatively healthy brain is crazy. I'm like, how do I decipher what this means, right? But I think to a lot of people, it's just their inner workings of their
No, definitely.
brain.
Yeah, no, the past, I would say 6 months have been just me trying to figure myself out a lot.
Yeah, that's good. That's really good. Yeah, I mean, I feel like you kind of shed a new leaf on all the homies. Actually, like I don't know if you were like really it was intentional. Unintentionally, you kind of like set this path for VIET, for Gabe a little bit, and myself included, right? Like I think Gabe wasn't for the longest time after he got back from Japan. I mean, Japan, it was a different story, but after he got back, he didn't do anything for what, like 3 months until Trees retreat. You talking about Japan?
That's hilarious. A trees retreat?
Oh,
As in, are you retreating from the trees, or you're
no. You mean
more?
like a trees rehab? No, trees
No,
retreat.
a trees retreat sounds like you're going somewhere to pipe trees. Okay,
That was.
Japan.
I retreated from tree.
Hey, I don't know if the audience heard what Gabe just said, but he said.
Put captions.
Yeah,
That was funny.
Yeah, that was fucking hilarious.
You gotta
Trees retreat
gotta
and then
give Gabe
retreating
his
from
flowers.
trees. Yeah, but I mean, hence to further prove the point that like you kind of inspired like the whole team to kind of just be like, all right, I think the best way to actually find something sustainable and long lasting is to actually abstain from the quick hits.
You know how I know it's been working too? Like it's like rewiring my brain. There's this one creator on TikTok who's like very cool girl, very pretty.
Yeah.
But she's just like super funny, bro. And every time I watch her, I laugh.
You have a
I hit her
crush.
up last night, and I was just like, cause I just wanted to give her flowers. Started off, I was like, I'm not even trying to hit on you. I just think you're mad funny and cool. And she's like going through. I think her apartment just burned down or something. So she's real sad right now.
Damn.
And someone broke up with her, I think. I'm not caught up
and then
on.
burned her apartment down?
No, the
Oh, I
apartment
was
was
like-
just like a one-off thing. But I was like, whatever you're going through, I hope you make it through.
It's my ex you're talking about.
But no, it's like when I hit her up, there was no intent to like slide. There was no like literally like I saw like a woman who was just cool as fuck, and I wanted to tell her like you're cool as fuck. Like I don't even care if you respond, blah blah blah. It holds no weight to me. I just want if you read this, I want you to know that you're like cool as fuck.
Super
Yeah.
fire.
I
6 months ago, I would not have been able to do that. I definitely would have been like, you're cool as fuck, and I'm trying to do
what's
something.
that? When could I see you?
Yeah.
Smiley face. He's a winky face.
Exactly.
To touch on what you said though, one that makes me very, very happy, honestly. But
Yeah.
I remember when I was like you were like, let's go to dinner, and then I invited like all the homies.
Oh yeah, back
right
in
after
summer?
the ayahuasca.
Yeah.
It was because it was like one, I just had this craving for like the connections that I consider people that I love and fuck with, right? And I was about to dip to New York to be with my family. So I was like, one, I wanted everyone there at once because I had limited time. But two, I was like, you know, it's like I see the same hurt in a lot of people where no one. And this is my opinion, that because everyone has kind of removed God from their lives, these teachings are basically religious teachings, right? Don't have sex till marriage. Like every religion kind of is spiritually aware enough to teach that part of it. I kind of I understood underlyingly, but I didn't live that way, right? And then for me, I just wanted to like kind of tell you guys, this is what I realized was plaguing me, and this is how I'm gonna take the steps to fix it. Because and it wasn't like trying to push it on you, like, bro, you do the same, join me, right? It was more just like, this is what I'm about to do. And to fix the things that I want to fix. Yeah. And I told it to a bunch of people that I think could feel the same way about it. Yeah. And then slowly he started saying it. I thought he was just fucking around, but honestly, he's been better at holding up on it than I've been. So like, yeah. So like, it's cool to see. Like even Gabe, I know he was being a little thought before, and now he's like,
yeah. No, it took some time to kind of grow on all of us, but I think it's also like collectively like. Or just routinely you would kind of like y'all would kind of bring it up on like when we go out, podcast, whatever, and then it would just kind of stick in the back of my head. I'm like, oh, maybe this could be worth a try. I am 3 weeks clean.
Yeah, respect your Willie gang.
3 weeks.
No more hot dogs down hallways.
And 3 weeks doesn't sound like a lot, but like 3 weeks is a pretty long time.
So if you're having sex consistently, bro, I remember when I first started, bro, at 3 weeks, I would
twitching and you're like foaming out.
It's so embarrassing to say, but I was in New York at the time, right? And they visited. New York was that month trip to New York. I was going out 3 times a week because there was hella. I hadn't been back in like 7 months. Yeah. I want to go to dinner with my family. Then afterwards, I want to get drinks with my friends. Then the next day, I got a different group of friends to see. Then they're coming to, and then all this shit happening, right? So I'm going out all the time. For some reason, it's like the women could smell that I didn't want them, and it was like, like just. And then at one point, bro, I went home. Or I went to the apartment I was renting, and I was crying on the phone to my homie, to Joe. And I was like, Joe, you don't understand. I want to fuck so bad. And I'm like, but I know I can't. And then I'm just sitting there, like, legit tears rolling down my eye. Because I'm like, what's wrong with me? Like, why can't I just not do it, you know? And that's when I realized, I'm like, bro, you go your whole life with the craziest, sex is a higher dopamine hit than crack cocaine. You know what I'm saying? And it's like you're just fucking indulging it all the time to the point that you would have sex with people you're not even interested in. Like that's a disease, bro. Yeah. Like, so yeah. So then and then I went for a while and then I fumbled again. But yeah. But nowadays when I fumble, it's like I make sure that it's not. I try to make sure that it's not when I first meet them, and I have to at least I have to like them at the very least. And I'm trying to work towards being completely celibate, where I'm not gonna have sex till I meet my wife. But going from who I was before to now, it's not an on and off switch. Right. And then when I do fail, sometimes I get in my head, like I'm just fucking curled up in a ball on my bed, like just disgusted with myself. But then I have to just tell myself, like, it's a journey and not a on off switch. So
what a blessing and a curse you have, because for most people, the idea of fumbling is not having sex.
Oh yeah.
But for you, it's fumbling is having sex.
Hey man, I lived the whole life training a skill that I thought I wanted, and now I don't want it.
Maybe you should like unlearn some of those things.
I'm trying my best, bro. I legit. Sometimes I catch myself, like he would always say he has a flirting problem. Yeah. I think I similarly have a flirting problem, because if a girl that's like attractive to me is in my DMs saying some shit, my head I come up with some creative ass response, and I'm like, I have to send it. Like, this is too good not to send.
She has to know.
Yeah, I'm like, she has to understand what I would have said, and then I'll send it, and then I'm like, but now I've opened up conversation with a cute girl, and then I'm like, yeah, but well, where's this gonna go? Nowhere, you know. So it's like,
do you feel like it's almost like not within you to throw some platonic lines out there?
Sometimes I do. It's like he said. I've noticed, like, I've changed. Like, those are old habits that are hard to kill, but I'm like night and day from who I used to be before, pretty much. Yeah.
Because it's like intentionally friend zoning yourself could be like.
No, that's the fucking move, bro. I agree. But also, it's like, hey, you're in my DMs to hit on me. We're not ever really going to be friends. Like, there's a level of attraction here that the friendship is not real. There's another motivation. Like, so I don't really need you as a friend. We can follow each other.
And what you said about, like, bro, deadass women can literally smell when you don't want to have sex.
Oh, my God. And it's like it makes them mad, and then they just have to, like, turn on their Riz to 100, bro.
I think it's literally, like, it makes you carry yourself in a different way.
Are you guys scared?
Women
are you guys scared if a woman takes over the rizzing? Like, she's now
No.
coming out to you, and you're like,
No, I think that's
shit,
hot.
How do I? Yeah.
It's a rare thing because most girls are just responding to your lines.
Yeah.
But to be hit with lines like out of the blue it's like, and especially if they're
that's
good,
more attractive.
way more attractive. Yeah.
But now it's like, what was I saying? Oh, you just carry yourself different. So it's like the same. It's like women love that chase more, I think. And they're so used to dealing with men that they can clearly see through. Is like all you want is sex.
Yeah.
When they can see you don't want sex, they're like, "Ooh, I found me a good one."
Yeah.
Little do they know I'm still healing.
Yeah.
I'm not good yet. Sorry. But nah, he said, dude, I was random TikTok I saw. This dude was talking about how he went out with 2 girls, his female friends, and then they were like, one was getting hit on OD by like very shitty dudes, like constantly all night, and the other one was just no one was approaching her. And he was like, they're both equally attractive, they're dressed the same, right? What was the difference? He's like, one girl was in a very low point in life. She was sleeping around a lot because of like all this turmoil in her life, and the other one was like, she just doesn't do that. And guys, even though they don't know who they are, could sense the energy, and they only go for the one that they think is easy. Similarly with guys, but it's the exact opposite. If you give off easy energy, like slut energy, girls don't want that shit. They can sense it off you a mile away. Girls also have way better intuition than men do. And it's like, but when I go to the club, it's like very clear, like I don't care about what girl I'm trying to talk to. You know what I'm saying? Like all my movements say like I don't really give a fuck. And then now it's like they're always coming up to me. And it's like,
I'm just here to have a good time with my homies.
yeah, I'm like, be gone.
Speaking of night outs, though, I want to talk about what would have been some of our like highlights. What have been some of our best night outs? Mine is Coachella, I want to say.
Best night out. So like just night out, or like it could be like a thing like that.
Yeah, a night out, just a day when we was like got super drunk together.
There's so many though.
Last time
Right?
You guys were in K-Town.
K-Town?
Yeah. And then you pushed him.
Oh
him
my
into
God!
you.
I don't know if that's
Mama Lion.
yeah, I don't know if that's breaking top 5.
I had a good time that night, but that
I
feels
don't-
like every night that we've come. Well, yeah. As far as getting drunk, that was the first time I've been very drunk in a long time.
I barely remember. Actually, I don't remember that night.
He was blacked out for sure.
Wu pushed me to you, and you like fell to a car.
Oh, really?
Head first.
I don't remember that.
I don't remember that at all. Either.
You don't remember
I don't
this?
remember that.
It was like sticking the last cue ball.
Why not push you though?
I don't know.
No one remembers shit.
I don't remember this.
So what's up? And Jimmy was like, so what's up? And then you were too aggressive. And then
You were trying to like out alpha me or some shit. You're like, nah, we doing this. I'm like, nah, people leaving, bro. Nigga, like they don't want to keep going.
Oh,
out.
is this the same night I yelled at them too?
Yeah,
This is a night that you were throwing ice at them.
No, but you yell at
Oh,
them
that's
every
just
night.
fun. Yeah.
Yeah. Like he was. Vit was just taking like just grabbing ice out of the bucket and throwing it, chucking it at strangers.
Ooh, I have.
No,
I
that's
know
not
one.
why.
I know one.
What?
He was. Yeah, he wasn't doing. That's not what.
That's
I
because
mean-
fucking the hoes were ugly. They wouldn't move away from our section.
we had unhired security.
That's
Yeah.
worse.
You decided that wasn't bad enough. Let me tell you how it really was.
That's what it was.
I know the night that I'm thinking of, or at least one of them. Definitely top 3, I would say. The first 4th of July FanHouse party,
Ooh,
where
yeah.
Suburb Talks came. And that was like the second time me and him had ever met them. He wasn't even a host on UTI yet. He was just a friend.
Right.
And then we were just going with you, pretty much.
Yeah. It was FanHouse, then like
Lydia's crib after.
Yeah.
And I remember it. I'm like, this is fire. Like I'm in somebody's crazy penthouse watching the fire. I'm above the fireworks. Like
Yeah.
And like just met a whole bunch of new friends. I had like a weird like 10-minute like serious talk with him for some reason on the swing bench. And then afterwards he's like, you know what? I like you, Wootak. And they got up
Yeah?
and left. And I was like, oh, nice. I like him too.
I was also the first day. That was the second time I had met Nick and all of them, but that was the first time I remember like having fun with them.
Yeah.
Because there was karaoke there, and we were just singing
Yeah.
along to like early 2000s like stupid shit.
Yeah.
That's when I realized they were like, because the first time we met was just at your housewarming where it was like
Right.
just brief and then didn't see them after. But that was like,
It almost felt like we had like two different like, waves of drunk.
yeah, two parties almost. Too.
Yeah. We had hit a second win at Lydia's party.
Yeah.
And it was those are always fun. Yeah.
Yeah, one of the highlights of LA so far.
You agree with that one?
What about your birthday last year that I unfortunately missed?
Wait a minute. My birthday last year was fun.
It's fun.
It's not trying to be biased because it was my birthday, but that was definitely, I think, the most fun house party I've been to in LA so far.
What about my Halloween party?
That was fun too, but nothing on the
Nothing on your
I'm telling
party?
you nothing, bro. Like tell
No,
him.
you
tell him
pick.
right now. Tell him right now.
I don't really remember the Halloween party.
Damn, that's crazy.
That's what I'm telling you.
That's
Man.
we came late, so we were missing people.
True,
Hey,
true,
also, some people ruined the vibe at that party.
Chicken nugget stealer.
Oh yeah. Somebody stole chicken nuggets.
Oh really? I don't remember. Actually, I don't really remember that happening, but you know who. You
Oh,
know
I
what
know
I'm
who
talking
too.
about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah. So
And
there was vibes being ruined there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, at my thing, I was very careful to not invite anyone who I did not fuck with at all.
yeah.
Yeah.
There's some girl with a possum on her
Oh,
shoulder.
that shit was crazy. Some girl brought a possum, and overall there was like a lot of people there. All the vibes were good. A lot of attractive women, and
Nice,
and yeah,
okay. So what would be y'all's like definition of a great night out?
great night out.
Yeah.
Anytime I'm with my homies.
Like if you guys would put it on a timeline, oh, like this time I want this to happen, this time I want this to happen.
Yeah, because
like
that's
the
not
perfect
great, though.
night out. Like the perfect night out.
That's the standard, right? For if you're gonna want to have fun, be with the homies. What makes it stand out?
Like maybe even paint the city we're
You find a group of girls. So if you're no, if you're with all the boys,
just
you need-
eliminates all the shit.
you need to find a group of girls that are willing to like dance and have fun.
Yeah.
That like parties, because it's always nice to interact with feminine energy.
Yes.
Right.
Like,
Yes.
I'll never change that part of me. I love, like, even when I'm drunk, like I'll still flirt and shit.
Yeah.
But it's like you need that sense, because it's like there's only so much fun you can have just around the boys before it gets to like I'm
Yeah.
looking at them. I'm like, damn, we have
You
no
guys
hoes.
are
We
women.
have no.
What?
No, I know exactly, bro. It's so true. Girls make every social situation better. Even if I'm not trying to smash.
Yeah.
Even if no one's trying to smash. Honestly, sometimes that makes it even better because now the priority is just fun. No one's trying to flirt.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah. Right. And yeah, that's what I like kind of like about our current group. Like, there's like 3 or 4 girls that come around all the time, and and no one's like trying to really smash like that. So like it's just like everyone's just having a good time. And yeah. But you need feminine energy there. A stereotypical group of guys at the club, think about it. They're like almost predatory. You know what I'm saying? Like it looks like they're just like scoping and blah, blah, but a stereotypical group of guys.
Yeah.
That's why like I think I agree with him. Because if you meet a random group of girls and they're just all down and fun, one, you're meeting new people. 2, their feminine energy makes everything more fun. And then, yeah, it's just a good ass time.
Yeah, I feel like even if you do go out with your homies strictly just for fun, yeah, after a while of just being next to them,
That's what I'm saying.
No, but it depends where you're going. If you're planning on a boys' night and we're just going to go like play pool and sip drinks.
Oh yeah, no, that's different.
That's different. I don't need girls there. But if we go to the club
yeah,
with 7 dudes,
yeah,
an
yeah.
hour in, I'm standing there like, bro, we are so holeless. Like,
So what about you? What,
Other tables are starting to look at us.
yeah,
like,
I'm like, I can't be. I'm too embarrassed. Somebody comes up like, OMG, Wootak. I'm like, no, that's not me.
Oh, Wootak, you ever get that? Yo, Wootak, yo, actually, no, you have more like female
I'd say it's
fan base.
50-50.
Okay.
Nowadays, it's more 50-50.
So
yeah.
I have like a 95% male fan base. They would pull up to me asking me where the bitch is at, like all the time, and I'm like, bro, I don't need.
Imagine he's with like his girlfriend and a fan, like, yo, where the bitches at, bro?
What
No,
up?
sometimes I just be with mad dudes, and they be with Gabe with a bitch. I'm like, I start looking for random girls. Like, I know her.
My audience is like the complete opposite. I think it's like 80% women now. So, yeah.
Merging fan bases will be interesting.
Yeah,
I remember at the Suburb Talks club event, I was just dabbing up only men.
Bro, that's the thing about them too. Is like I make fun of them.
Yeah.
Whenever they come out, no hoes to bring out ever. It's Nick, and just all of his sausages coming out.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. Nick only rolls with like 15
Yeah.
dudes deep, and then Madu will be there. But yeah.
And that's the thing about LA. Sometimes is like, when you go out, like sometimes even to buy a table, they'll still press you like, how many
You
dudes?
literally
Okay.
can't bring that many.
Yeah.
It's like, and then if Nick wants to come, he's like, "Can I bring 4 people?" I'm like, "What's the ratio?" And he's like, "All dudes," and they're not paying either. And I'm like, oh, "Okay, Nick, what do you bring? What's going on here?" You know what I'm saying? Like,
You know what the issue is? I feel like to have girl homies in your squad, they gotta be a little tomboyish. You know, they can't be a little too like princessy. You gotta cater towards like it. That kind of ruins the.
Madu's the only one I've seen that's not tomboy and like successfully like
That's-
hangs out with the boys.
That's a good point. That's a good point. Yeah. She with the vibes.
But no, I agree. And it's also, I mean, usually it's like girlfriend of one of the boys has friend group. They come around. But this is it always happens, dude, when you're not all like childhood friends or something. Somebody's hitting on somebody's hooking up with somebody, then that somebody never comes around again. And it's like you can never ever have a friend group of girls and guys that have no like strong connection to each other that lasts forever, honestly.
Ooh, that's a good
Somebody's
point.
gonna fuck and then it just ruins everything, yeah.
But you know the beauty of that is actually to whoever. Okay, so say you have a case of that, right? Guy friends, girlfriends, they don't know each other super well, right? The trick is that if the guy and the girl make a decision to hook up, they need to have a really strong pact of like, yo, we shouldn't ruin this friendship, or we shouldn't ruin this group.
I mean, in an ideal world, yeah.
In an ideal world.
But
That's too idealistic.
Rarely does that.
and you think
ever-
that's
It's idealistic because ideally you want that to happen. Sometimes it may, but 95% of the time, if you hook up with a girl in the friend group and you're not into her enough that you want to keep seeing her, what girl have you hooked up with that you don't want to see her again? You're like, oh, she's gonna be at the function. You're like excited about it. Never. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
normally I'm just like.
yeah, you're like that would sometimes it
I'm a
changes my. Like, am I about to go to this? Probably not anymore. You know, I'll see y'all later. Like.
right.
That happens. And same for the girl. Maybe she's like, I don't want to see him. That was a mistake. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that starts to happen.
But make it clear in the beginning, like have that talk, like, yo, like we might feel negatively about each other, but like for the sake of the group, like, yo, let's you know.
I think that's an extremely emotionally
No.
intelligent thing to do, and it never happens.
Yeah, nobody's gonna talk about that
Nobody
before.
does that shit. Like, that's like
It's
That's
like
like
an
an
exit
after.
plan. It's like an exit plan for
it's
for
smart,
a
but
relation-
like and also it's like the vibes. Like most of the time, if you hook up with somebody, I don't know. Everything you're saying makes sense, man. But like you know damn well in reality,
and
that's
it's
not how
fun
it's going.
too. Like I think I talked about this. I was like, yo, if you're hooking up with somebody in the friend group, nobody knows about it, but you guys are giving each other
Oh,
like
the
the
secret,
eyes.
the
Little funny,
secret
yeah.
hookup.
Ooh, that's fun, bro.
It is fun. It is fun.
Yeah, and and you just got you know, y'all giving each other the looks across the room.
Yeah.
Is beautiful. It's
This
cute.
shit is putting me into fucking remission or whatever it's called, man.
Remission.
Is that what it's called?
I think it's called remission.
I feel like that has to do with cancer, actually.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah, I take that back.
What's the other word? Remission synonyms.
Makes you
No,
fold.
fucking no, not rehab. The opposite of rehab, where you do it again.
Relapse.
Relapse.
There it is.
I said remission. What's good with you?
It's making me relapse.
Yeah. But yeah, I think some of my favorite night outs have actually been, you know, like I'm good homies with some people in the group. Then they invite outside homies
Yes.
that I don't particularly know, and some of them include attractive girls. I had a night out in Hong Kong very similar to this, right, where I was actually thrown into a giant group. I feel like I
You knew
thrive.
somebody there, though.
I knew I was super close with like a couple handful of people there, and that made that night just super because I had like friends that I'm super comfortable. I could like land back on, and then I have new people that's kind of already been vetted as like, yo, these are people. These are cool people. These are like those nights are wonderful.
Yeah, that's the perfect formula.
The perfect formula. Yeah. Really good friends, new friends that are co-signed by the really good friends.
Attractive
girls that are just friendly, and everyone's friendly with each other. Also, all it takes is one bad apple to ruin that, by the way. Like, think of the scenario of like group of guys, group of girls, you're all meeting. You don't really know each other well. And then one of your boys or like somebody in the group is a creep or like a weirdo.
Oh, you had that?
Yeah, that's happened to me before. But it's not somebody like I've brought, but like so one of my friends was like, yo, I'm going to bring my boy with me, you know? Like, oh yeah, cool. And then like that guy, and then girls are coming up being like, hey, that guy's making me uncomfortable or like whatever. Then it's like, what the fuck, dude? Like, one, why are you doing that? And two, what do I do now? Like, it's like my boy's boy.
Right.
I'm gonna have to tell my boy, like, dude, get like. Usually, it's a no-brainer. Like, bro, either stop or we're taking your ass out of here. But yeah.
That could ruin a night. Yeah.
Or even just one person that likes to fight.
Ain't that?
No. I don't like this narrative. I don't like to fight.
Well, not that you like to fight. One person
I'm
that
just the only one with balls to fucking do it.
One person that might get into a fight, then that could ruin it as well. But yeah.
Okay, here's the thing about me, right? I live.
Whoa! Who said anything about you, man?
Shut up, man. I live by my life by like a very strict moral code. So when I feel like disrespected, or I feel like you're disrespecting one of my homies, or something's just off or weird, I'm very quick to call it out.
Right.
Like I physically, especially when I'm drunk, because I have less inhibitions and I have less control.
Yeah.
And that's something I try to work on, is like walking away from the fight.
Yeah.
I try to do that much more. But I used to be very quick to like get to the point of it. Like
confrontation.
Yeah, I was like, if you have a problem with me, I would much rather respect you more if you just told me instead of doing this little iffy shit or blah blah blah.
But why would it escalate to a fight? You don't know.
Because normally I do it very disrespectful.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, there we go. Let me interject here.
If I feel disrespected, I'm gonna respond with disrespect back.
Okay, but here's the thing, right? So in every altercation, there is one point that took it to a fight.
We got a story?
No, just overall. In general, in every altercation, there is one point that took it to a fight.
Right. So
I used to be exactly the same as Vit, where I would get into fights a lot going out because I was aggressive.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I would get I wasn't a good drunk back then. Yeah. So when?
Man, that night at Mount Lion, you pushed me,
That wasn't
bro.
fucking real fighting. That was a love tap. You was being dramatic. You just was.
I was about to hold you down, bro. You was wildin'.
You don't even remember what happened. I don't trust your opinion on that.
Oh man, I'll pull up clips right now. You was wildin'.
I was having a good time. But anyways, yeah. Anyway, like somebody takes it to the next level, and that's the thing that it's not. I understand that you feel disrespected and that people may disrespect you, but you are the one that pushes it to the fight level because it's that mentality of if you do me wrong, I'm gonna do you worse.
Yeah.
And it's like
it's that coupled with like during my teenage years when I was just wilding out in the streets, I adopted a mindset of like, since I'm so small and so skinny, I need the first hit.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna make sure that first hit is my strongest hit.
Yep.
So that's what
self-defense tactic.
Yeah. So that's what it was. It's like if I see
you put it all in one hit and then you're like, oh.
No, after that,
keep
like
fighting after,
but I'm making sure that first one is like I'm trying to knock you out. Like I'm trying to make sure there's nothing after that.
Yeah.
So most of the time, it's like I have a better control when it comes to myself. Not saying it's good; it's still pretty bad. But normally, if it's like one of my homies like getting into it, they'll do all the talking.
Yeah.
I'll just swing first. I don't see the point in talking when it comes to that.
You should the mentality should be avoid a fight at any cost. Like, who cares? Like, at the end of the day, right? Disrespect, it's just a stranger's words to you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like the only reason it bothers you is because it's like an insecurity thing. It's like, how dare they?
Yeah.
How dare they peer into something I may be insecure about? And the only time that some disrespect bothers you enough to fight is if it hit, right?
Have y'all ever came across like an actual fighter? Like y'all fought.
Oh, like got into a fight and then he just
motherfucking
rinsed
Muay
me?
Thai or some shit.
No, never. Yeah,
Never.
Thank God.
Oh yeah, hopefully
That would
not.
suck. Yeah, hopefully that never happens. I don't really fight anymore, but yeah, that was
Same.
Damn.
When was the last time I got in a fight?
Probably like the last time we went out. This was a while ago. No, I don't think you got in a fight. The last
No,
time.
I'm like I said, I'm very much better at walking away now.
You gotta watch more Vinland Saga, man.
Vinland Saga, don't they promote fighting and fucking?
Did you not watch season 2 yet?
Oh, season. Oh yeah, that shit mad peaceful.
I have no enemies.
That's my favorite anime now. After I watch that shit, like legit, bro, cried many episodes, changed my life. Like I'm getting a Vinland Saga tattoo.
Oh my god! If y'all seen the anime Vinland Saga, season 1 is straight chaos.
Straight hands. It's about Vikings.
anger, yeah.
Just bloodshed, like
It's like
tearing
anger,
through.
anger, and revenge.
Yeah.
as the 2 words that would describe the first season.
Season 2, just day in the life of a farm.
But in the most
it's
beautiful,
enlightenment.
philosophical way possible. That's why I've never seen an anime be so fucking philosophical and like stray away from what they think will make the money. You know what I'm saying? Like everything is straight hands. Even Vinland Saga 1, it was like an extraordinarily gory anime, you know?
Yeah.
And then it went straight to like, you know, like violence is not okay under any circumstance, where even he's getting his ass beat and he won't fight back and still wins that battle. Like, it was so good. Don't even know how to explain it to you. But anyways, live your life by you have no enemies. Nobody has any enemies. A true warrior needs no sword.
I'm curious. I'm curious if like some of the rage, like not to. This might sound ignorantly stupid, but it traces back to like Korean rage.
Yeah.
Is that a real thing?
Oh, 1,000,000%.
Or like Vietnamese fucking. I don't know.
I think Vietnamese have it too.
Hazing.
It's a very war-torn country. Same with
Yeah.
Korea, right?
Yeah.
Like both countries have just been getting piped up from all directions for the course of history.
Yeah.
Korean specifically, like there's like only modern times are we like kind of free since like Korean War. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah, the Chinese, we like farmers, bro.
nah, you guys just ran shit.
Y'all got good, y'all got good food.
Y'all got good food. Y'all got a billion trillion people. Like it's hard to take over that bitch, you know.
I mean, in
Y'all
China,
got that wall, you know.
I mean, you think about China, it's just mad farmland. You see, like that. That's why Chinese farmers is just prevalent throughout the whole country. You know, I feel like I'm a pacifist, right? When it comes to what?
Yeah, I'm not. Well, you personally, maybe. I don't know about the Chinese in general, though.
Oh no, I think so.
I don't think you're aggressive people. Yeah, I don't think that. But I mean,
yeah.
just China as a country. Like, it's not like you've never been in wars
Sure,
or
of course.
colonized
Right.
Korea or nothing.
What? Oh. It was,
Push came from.
That's why we angry because of you.
I see. It's generational hate.
Let us colonize you. See how the rest of y'all act.
Oh, it's so try to. Oh man.
But nah, I think it exists for real. But also, like he said, that thing about being smaller and growing up in a harsh environment, I had that same thing too. When I was in juvie and I was the smallest, youngest, only Asian kid, it was a matter of, dude, the only way I can protect myself, because I'm gonna lose a fight against that 6'3" guy who's 16 years old and he's 6'3".
Yeah.
But like, you know, like it's like, what can I do to make sure I'm protected and people don't fuck with me? And it's like, one, be likable, but two, when you get fucked with, be crazy. Like literally, like take shit to the most violent extreme. Swing first, like do shit to them afterwards. Like, bro, I pissed in this guy's shoes for disrespecting me.
I pissed on somebody's bag in middle school, bro.
Why was you trying to dap me up about that?
I'm like,
He said, yo.
like I'll feel you. That's gangster, bro.
And
And
it was like-
the audacity to piss on somebody's shit. That's kind of crazy.
But that's like, yeah, it was, you had to. Wait, I want to hear your story in a second. But all I'm saying is, like, the way I grew up and I think the way he grew up, you had to be extra angry and violent, just a survival tactic. But I'm trying to unlearn. I think I've been on the unlearning journey of that since like 22, I think. So like, and it's still like I'm still like slightly aggressive with things, you know.
Sure.
But like overall, I think I'm a much gentler person. I don't really fight ever when I go out.
Yeah.
But why are you pissing on people's backpacks?
Man, it was a middle school. Kids were bullying me, bro. They were ripping up my Yu-Gi-Oh cards. That's bro.
Ripping them up?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
My
you
dad,
have to do something about that.
my dad threw away all my Yu-Gi-Oh cards. That was like one of the most painful things ever. I had the box and everything.
Fuck, man. It just keeps getting worse.
You had like super
I never
rares,
heard anything
ultra
about-
rares.
No, I used
blue
to. First of all, my uncle bought me that shit because my pops would have never.
Right.
And so I had like family friends that got me into playing Yu-Gi-Oh. That was like one of the few things I liked growing up.
Yeah.
And then I think I got in trouble in school or something. He took all that shit and just threw it in the trash. I'm like, damn.
painful moment.
That is painful. That's the tragedy.
Yeah.
I see in your eyes. Oh man.
So they ripped up your Yu-Gi-Oh cards and you pissed on his backpack?
Yeah, they
in
ripped
front of him or like on the side?
No, he ripped them up and then he dipped, acting like
Nothing happened.
like nothing was gonna happen. I see his book bag. I'm like, bro, threw it into the corner.
In the classroom?
No, this was like in the courtyard. This
Oh,
was,
okay.
yeah. And
Wait, did you let him, like, did people know it was you, though? Or you just did it and then...
oh no, people knew. I was pissing as we speak. It was like, oh, yo, he's coming back. He's coming back. Yeah.
It's about sending a message.
Low key. I mean, you can't let yourself get bullied either. Like,
No.
that's another thing. You should. Not every situation calls for peace, but violence is like unneeded level of like.
I think in middle school it's the only way we know how to. We don't have the skills of communication yet, and we just run on.
No, it was a culmination of things. It's a lot of things stemming from my childhood.
Yeah.
Being beat every day. So it's like I'll never allow myself to like. I used to say this thing where it's like I would much rather bleed out in front of people than go out as a hoe. I'll never allow myself to feel like a bitch again or like
to feel hoed.
Yeah, exactly. I would much rather die than let that feeling consume me again.
You think you'd be more free if you didn't care about that feeling at all?
No, that's what I'm saying. Like I've let that shit go. That coupled with like I used to literally like I did not care if I lived or not. Like I would have been happy dying, and I would not care. So nowadays, when I have something to live for, and I have friends, and I have a career, and I've like shit worth living for, I'm like, okay, smarter to just walk away.
Smart decisions. Yeah,
And then
makes
that
sense.
coupled with, like I said, my home life, my child life, and my pops used to do this thing where he would like catch like squirrels and shit and kill it and make me watch.
Bro, the guy is a super villain, bro.
Yeah.
I've never heard anything good about this man, yo. And it gets worse every time too.
So, like I said, it's just so many factors coupled in the fact that like.
Hey man, how you recall stories so good, so vividly, so specifically?
Trauma. That shit is
Because I
imprinted.
like I vividly see it in my mind.
Holy shit!
I can tell you where I was the first time it happened. It was a chipmunk coming out of the rafters. He told me to help him like catch it, and I'm assuming he'll like release it or whatever. Runs out, he steps on its neck, and it's not fully dead yet. And then he's like, "Look, make sure you watch." I'm like, "Okay." And then he took a knife and just slit its throat. I'm like, "Cool." Right, it was the right. If you're looking at my crib, it's the right side, kind of in the middle where the rafters were.
Oh my god.
The true evil exists.
So yeah, I wasn't. It was a lot of unlearning I had to do to be able to walk away from a situation where I felt like I needed to fight. And like I said, now the more unlearning I do, it's much easier for me to walk away. The more secure I become in myself as a man and as a person, it's easier to walk away. But I always have that thing stemming from like my sister and my mom. I would happily die to protect the ones I care about. So that's why immediately I'm just like,
Yeah.
all right, well,
So
let's
much
just
to
get it
live.
going.
Gotta make better decisions.
I'll watch my homies try to defuse that shit, but it's like if you disrespect my homie, I want to be the one to land the first punch.
Gotta make better decisions.
We can talk later.
Right.
I'll be like, my bad.
We could talk later.
Sorry. Hey.
What happened after the pissing on the bag story?
Yeah. Did you? Was there repercussions on that? Like,
Did he beat your ass?
Did he come back?
Did you beat his ass?
Oh yeah, we started scrapping.
Oh, yeah?
We started just like back and
we're
forth.
talking about the pissing on the bag story, by the way, in case the people didn't hear Gabe.
Call back to the pissing. Yeah, we just started.
Start scrapping. Who
Yeah.
won?
Huh?
Who won?
No, it was we both equally sucked. So
I was about to say, I think in middle school, no one knows how to fight.
No one can fight, man.
yeah. We just swing. We just swing in arms, see who could land. Like,
Most of the time, it ends in like a little
Headshots.
hugging wrestling match.
Yeah, always.
Yeah.
no. For me, it was like just landing headshots on each other.
Straight hands.
Yeah.
Manly. That's manly.
Yeah, man. I took a couple beatings in middle school for sure, but
Taking a lot of beatings.
I think we all did. Yeah. Hey, well, I
ain't
think
never
that's
lose in middle school. Come on, man.
what's up.
I said I ain't never lose in middle school. Come on.
Oh yeah.
No,
Except
was
for
it in middle
virginity.
school? It was in
Of course.
Hell no. What the?
That's where it all started. But hey, thank you guys for coming through. If you had any other questions for me, any because I literally just like pulled up 2 topics on the top of my head yesterday. I was like,
it fucking worked out, honestly.
yeah.
That's how you do your episodes, though, right? You don't like them scripted. Or have you changed that?
I mean, for this one, I felt like we could just off the top, we could just talk about
chit
shit.
chat.
You want more material?
No, I think we have enough.
I was gonna tell him about when I got jumped.
Oh
I
shit!
like how he made sure to just get that in there.
No. You my neighbor, bro. You could come in anytime to talk about.
It's a badge of honor.
Yeah.
Anyways, make sure to check out Super Bonsai. Wootak's
Please
worked
do.
very hard and very long on this.
Oh yeah.
Make sure to check out our podcast, Under the Influence. Check out Bar Chemistry, another venture of his. Check out my Instagram, my TikTok. I think that's all basically.